Hi everybody, happy Thursday. Let's get back to our math. Now remember, yesterday we did day 3 and a little bit of day 2. So today is going to be day 4 of week 1 for our math. So let's take a peek at this. All right, so for this one, oh, I love these. You are doing a number puzzle. Now remember, we're going to do a few of these together. Remember what we talked about earlier this year and also in some other packets. When you think about multiplication and division, those are connected. They're in that same fact family together. If you know 3 times 4 equals 12, then 12 divided by 4 equals 3. The same thing is true for addition and subtraction. If I know 3 plus 2 equals 5, then 5 minus 2 equals 3. Do you see how those are connected? So let's take a look at these number puzzles. Now pay attention. Some of these have multiplication, some of these have addition, some of these have subtraction. I don't see any division here, but you know you're going to have to use some division to figure out the multiplication. So let's look at this first one. 5 times what equals 20? Or it could be 20 divided by what equals 5? Well, how many 5s get you to 20? 5, 10, 15, 20. The answer is 4. So that can fit right there. Let me go ahead and, let me get my box here. 4. 5 times 4 equals 20. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do one more multiplication, and then we're going to do some plus and minus. Something times 3 equals 24, or 24 divided by 3. Let's count by threes. Ready? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So there are 8 threes. 8 times 3 equals 24. Let's go ahead and let's do a plus together. Okay, 4 plus what equals 14? Or my favorite, go the opposite way. 14 minus a 4 equals how much? I think I know. The answer is 10. Let's see if it checks out. 4 plus 10 is 14. Boom, we did it. All right, let's do a minus. 18 minus or subtracting what equals 9? Go the opposite way. 9 plus what equals 18? It's a double. 9 plus 9. 9 plus 9. Oh no. 9 plus 9 equals 18. So let's make sure it checks out. 18 minus 9 equals 9. That works. So you guys have the rest of these to do on your own. You have some multiplication, subtraction, multiplication. You have, I see more addition. I see more addition, more multiplication. You're going to finish the rest of these on your own for day 4. And the last part about day 4 is this, or I guess there's 2 parts. I'm sorry. There's a visual pattern and the toothpicks. So let's go ahead and let's look at these toothpicks together. Here's the problem. 12 toothpicks can outline shapes with areas of 5 and 9. What other areas can you outline with 12 toothpicks? Now I want to stop and think for a second here. What does it mean when I say the area? Remember, the area is the inside. So let's count this right here together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see how that's 5 area inside? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. But wait. Only they use 12 toothpicks. Let's see. Let's count these toothpicks. I'm going to start here. I'll get my little writer so I don't miscount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They use 12 little toothpicks to make a different shape. Now, if you guys are with me in class, I would get some grid paper and we would actually do this together with the toothpicks and see what happens. But what you can do is you can actually continue this grid. If you have you probably do this better than me, honestly, because you're using a real pencil. Continue to grow this grid so that you can try. See? Oh, okay, thank you. I'll do one more. Oh, thank goodness for a little straightener there. I can continue the grid line and see how it works. So what it's saying is, what other areas can you outline with 12 toothpicks? Well, they did this one. They did an area of 5. They lined up 12. Do you see how there's 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They got 9 this time. Can you see a different way to make 12 toothpicks to get a different area and try it? Now, like I said, the best thing to do would be to get your pencil and do some, draw a little bit of it. Actually draw a toothpick and see the different shapes that you can make to try this. So if you're home, if you have 12 toothpicks, get those. If you have 12 pens or 12 pencils or 12 crayons, get those and put them on the floor and see how you can arrange them. Now, what I did so that you can see it better is I just pretended like these are my 12 toothpicks. Do you see these little lines here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 toothpicks there. So go get your 12. If you want to pause the video now, go ahead and pause it so that you can go get your 12 little items. You can use pencils, pens, or you could draw little sticks that you would like to and continue to do it off of this. So I'm going to go ahead, and I was just thinking about how I want to set these up. So I'm going to kind of move this, because remember, they have to all touch. Now, I didn't touch mine perfectly on here so that I could see the spacing a little bit better, but I'm thinking I might have got a new area here. Let me see. So let's pretend this is a square. So 1, this would be 1, 2, there'd be another one here, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I just made an area that has an area of 6. So we have 5, 9, and 6. Is there another way to get a different area? Remember, besides 5 and 9, I'm going to challenge you. There is another way. So I want to see if you can figure out another area besides 5, 9, and 6. So go ahead and just try to move your lines around and see if you can imagine where that would be. And I'm just going to even take this so that you guys can really see if you're at home and you're like, I don't see the squares, Mrs. Bush. Okay, well, let me show you how I can make them a little bit better. Because remember, the toothpicks are on the outside making the grid, right? So even though mine looks like I'm drawing more toothpicks, I'm not. I'm just trying to show you where. There we go. So here's my toothpicks. I'll mark it. So this is a toothpick right here. Let me see if I can change this color. I think I can. I don't know. 1 toothpick, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You see, those are my 12 toothpicks on the outside, but then the inside is where the square areas are at. That's why it really helps that they have grid paper here, and that's why I was saying to draw your grid paper, like continue to draw it, okay? So I found a 6 for you. Can you find one more? Can you find at least one more? There are. I think there's 2 more actually. Yeah, there's 2 more left. I was playing around with this earlier, but your goal is to find one more way. All right, and the very last question today is called a visual pattern. So below is a pattern of stars in stages 1 through 3. Draw what you think stage 4 might look like. Okay, so this is another abstract thinking problem. So families and parents at home, this is really about getting your child and you, my kids, room 214. How are you thinking about numbers? It's not just about the right answer, it's about you showing me your mathematical thinking. So let's look at this together. I see 1, 2, 3. And look, 1, 2, 3, and then something got built. 1, 2, 3. And then what would the fourth pattern be like? So you need to think about this. Look what's happening each time. Draw your stage 4 right here and send me a picture. I want to see some of your awesome math thinking, boys and girls. You guys are going to rock this. If you're feeling stuck on something, guess what? That's okay, because it's really getting you to think abstractly, which is a little different than what we're used to sometimes. So you have your visual patterns. You need to find one more way for an area with 12 toothpicks, or you can use pens or pencils or crayons, or just draw them like I did. And then finish these missing numbers, okay? Good luck, everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.